Hello everyone, this is Sam from Greater Animations, back again with another commentary. This time, this is going to be on LEGO Batman vs. Deathstroke. So there's a return to the Batman series after LEGO Batman vs. the Villains. After I did the whole story arc from the year before. I didn't really want to do kind of like connected storylines like I did before. I just kind of want to do like more just one-off episodes with a little more like story added in. Instead of just Batman faces villain, the end. Because that's pretty much all the Batman videos were. That's pretty much all the Spider-Man videos would be this year as well. So yeah, I definitely wanted to add more story in and, you know, just expand the story, I guess you could say. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Coffee.
First time Commissioner
Hello,
Gordon
Commissioner.
showed up.
Hello, Batman.
I'm here too.
Because he had
Oh,
he had been referenced before, but I don't think I'd ever had him show up. But yeah, this is a fake figure, so that's not obvious enough as it is. I did get a real figure recently. It was really just a case of like I didn't like some of the other Gordons, and I just like this one the most, so that's why I used him.
Still following you around?
Sadly, yes.
Well, anyway, Batman, I've called you here because...
Wait, why didn't you just call us and tell us what we needed to know?
We like to mix it up sometimes.
So yeah, this was also because like with the Spider-Man Virtual Ultra video, this was fully done at 15 FPS, which the animation still looked pretty choppy. Like, yeah, like maybe when I did it, I was like, oh, this is so great. And now it's like, oh, well, I've improved. So I guess that's a good sign. But the whole thing with him being like, oh, why didn't you just call us? That was kind of a reference back to like the Mr. Freeze video, and also the Scarecrow video, because like with Gordon being able to call Batman and be like, oh, it's a crime, go stop them. But then I have to give him, I guess I didn't have to give him a reason to visit Gordon on top of the police station or whatever, but I just thought, well, I might as well. Maybe people who are, you know, following the series, they'll appreciate that, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. Who cares?
So anyway, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted,
Sorry.
there's this new villain in
I
town.
don't really like
He calls
the,
himself Deathstroke.
I don't really like the trench coat, which like obviously it's in this one, but some of the other ones where he shows up, I'm not sure I use it all the time. Actually, I'm pretty sure this might be the only one. I can't remember for sure. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I think because I know he does, because he's in Ra's al Ghul, he's in Joker 2, he's in Riddler 2. I don't think he has in any of those, which is just because it just gets in the way. It really sucks.
Some of the biggest crime lords have been hiring him to take out their enemies.
Don't worry, I'm on it, Gordon.
I want to go back actually. There's one of Gordon's lines. Yeah. So like I just have to keep raising the arm again. I should have had him raise the other arm, but for some reason I just
Deathstroke. Some of the
Just
biggest crime
just
lords
raises
have
the
been
same
hiring
arm
him
again.
to take out their enemies.
just
Don't worry,
I guess
I'm on
lazy
it, Gordon.
animation or just not very
So then
creative
I told
animation.
him, hey, give me my money back.
This is a reference here to Batman versus it's not Batman versus, it's the Nightwing video when Tyler, this is Tyler's figure, this is David's figure, when Tyler gets beat up by the Russian crooks. So, you know, a little throwback to that. And then it shows Deathstroke like trying to kill one of them, which I guess is not totally obvious, but the whole joke here is Deathstroke is trying to kill Tyler. That's the whole thing. Which, I mean, it could have been either of them, because he shows up later and because Tyler's never by himself in this video, so it's not very clear. But I was thinking about making a joke in the David versus David video, like have David say something like, "Oh, I knew I should have hired another assassin" or something like that, so it'd be implied that David hired Deathstroke to kill Tyler. I don't know. I thought that'd be funny, but it didn't happen.
You're mine now. Smile for the camera.
Hold it right there.
So
Dad.
a lot of the stuff, a lot of the characters I use, I do kind of take off of the CW shows. So like the reason Deathstroke is Australian is because he's Australian in Arrow, which I guess I originally thought he was Australian in the comics, but apparently he's not. And so the Green Arrow you see, he's kind of taken from the from the show, and then in like if you remember the Flash movie, Wells and Vibe obviously are Vibe is a real character, but I don't think Wells is a character from the comics. But I got their characters I designed their characters off of the show, I guess you could say, in a manner of speaking.
Stroke.
Well, I was wondering when I'd run into you, Batman.
Well, it looks like today is your lucky day.
Voice
So are you
acting
going to give
as
up,
Batman
or are
is
you going to make
so
this
bad.
difficult?
How about difficult?
That was pretty good. You know, like I wanted to make him drop the gun. I mean, he could have shot Batman, but I thought it was pretty good, like him drop to the ground. It was for like I sometimes would do stuff where like they toss him to the side, but like I hadn't really done a ton. But I thought it turned out alright.
How about difficult?
Only problem is like he's kind of like slow when he's like turning the gun, and so like it should have been a little faster, and it would have looked better.
How about difficult?
Oh yes, the common Gregor Image fight scene where they just punch each other.
Any last words, detective?
Yeah. Robin, attack.
Yeah.
It's like, where the hell did he jump from? Like, I mean, I guess there was a building over there, but like, Robin would have had to jump like really far.
I get bugger off.
So yeah, that was just a copy. Like, I just copied and pasted the animation over again. If that's pretty obvious, because it was kind of hard, like with Robin, because like I literally, oh no, you can see the clay right there. Yeah, I used clay to get him to stick onto Deathstroke, and so he's kind of like just shifting around while Deathstroke's like, bugger off.
I get bugger off.
Batman, what are you doing?
We can't win this, Robin. We have to retreat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty short fight, and there's nothing it's nothing too amazing about this fight. You know, it's pretty generic, but I think the next fight scene later is a lot better, which I will eventually get to.
Next time.
Batman, why the hell did we retreat?
Yeah, I don't like that part right there. It was mainly just because like I wanted him to like completely like do that motion while he said Batman, and originally it was too slow. So I just deleted some frames, and it just does not look very good.
Batman, why the hell did we retreat?
Didn't you realize, Robin? He had super strength.
So, what does that matter? We've taken down people with super strength before.
So this is another case of taking from the Arrow show, and this is one I regret. Like establishing Deathstroke has super strength. That's literally because if you've seen the Arrow show, there's like some Mirakuru thing that makes him gives him super strength. But I definitely like have like I definitely want to make him be more like comic book accurate. So like it's mainly just he's a very skilled fighter. That's what I want to focus on. So like I don't love that I put that in this video, and it's probably never gonna be brought up again. So yeah, well I guess a little bit of a plot hole, but we'll just say that when he dies in this, spoiler alert, when he dies in this, that makes his Mirakuru powers go away. I guess, sorta, whatever.
But not with the skills that Deathstroke has.
Well, then
Just
what
some
are we gonna
bullshit
do,
excuse.
Batman?
We're gonna need a
So literally just a bullshit excuse just so that I could put Green Arrow in the video.
And that's why I never leave my arrows on my couch. Man, dude, sounds painful.
Hey, look, guys, look!
Actually,
Look, it's a
it was
black.
kind
It's
of arousing.
it's a black wall instead of a gray wall. Oh, unique, different.
Hello, Oliver Queen.
Ah, Bruce, long time no see. Wait, Bruce Wayne is Batman?
So I don't think anyone cared in this video, but some people comment on the Green Arrow video like, oh, how dare you give Arsenal a high pitched voice? Well, I mean, I wasn't really totally all for him being quote unquote Arsenal. I mean he's just Green Arrow's sidekick, which I will call him Arsenal, but he's not like Arsenal from the show. He's more of like Speedy. I just basically wanted him just to be like basically the Robin, but for Green Arrow. So because the one thing I've done is all the heroes, like I have the same voice actor for the hero play the sidekick, and use just like a higher pitched voice because it's just a kid or whatever. But so yeah, that's the reason why he's got a high pitched voice and not like an actual like because Roy is the character that plays him in the show, and he's got like a kind of deep voice. He's a tough guy, yeah. So
Great job, Ollie.
Oh, come on. He's my sidekick. You can trust
some
him.
animation looks
So,
pretty bad
what
still.
brings you to
That was pretty
Starling
good.
City, Batman?
Remember that guy named Deathstroke that you said was giving you trouble?
Yeah.
Well, he's shown
So that's
up in
another thing.
Gotham.
Just a really
Try
big
taking him
example.
down.
Like there's so much stuff I just take from the Arrowverse in this episode, which I don't really like. I just because of the fact, like maybe back then, because I used to like the Arrowverse stuff a lot more than I do now, and so that's why I put so much of that in there. But it's just like it establishes stuff that I don't really care to establish because like I will probably never have like Deathstroke versus Green Arrow or anything like that. So there's no point to establishing that at all.
myself, but couldn't do it. So I was hoping that you would help me.
Wait, you came all the way to Starling City just to ask me to help you in Gotham? Why didn't you just call me?
Hey, I take any chance I can to get away from Robin.
Good point. Let's go.
Haha, funny make fun of Robin joke. Can't have a Gregor Animations Batman video without it. Or any
Okay.
I guess. Oh shit. Or any, I guess, Lego Batman video. There we go.
Okay, guys, we need some new video ideas. Any suggestions?
I got an idea. How about
Shut up!
So I guess this does establish that we exist within this Batman universe, but I don't know, it's just a short fourth wall joke. It doesn't really affect the plot at all, so I'm fine with doing that. I try to avoid fourth wall jokes now, just so that it doesn't like mess with the universes that I've kind of established. But something like this is pretty safe, just because none of these characters actually like interact. I mean, yeah, Deathstroke comes down, it's like, oh, time to die, mates. But overall, they don't really affect the video. It could have been any one of those that place. It could have been any random people that he's trying to kill. So,
Time to die, mates.
that was pretty good.
New
That was pretty good
Video
masking job.
ideas.
Shut up, Tyler!
Oh yeah, shut up, Tyler. Had to mention that. You know, it's a common running joke. That we always say shut up, Tyler. Mainly because that's a running joke between, like an inside joke between all of us. We'll say shut up, Tyler, for no reason, pretty much.
Aw.
But we love Tyler. Okay, I don't want people to think we hate him. We love him. We love Tyler.
Time to die, mates.
But yeah, I think it was done pretty well when he jumps down. Whoop. It definitely had gotten better at the masking and like the actual like kind of showing momentum when he jumps down rather than just a constant motion like I'd done before.
Time to die, mates.
Which
Hold it
honestly,
right
like
there,
honestly, the better I've gotten with showing momentum when it comes to jumping down, the better it's become because of the fact that I don't have to do as many frames. Because originally I do like so many frames when I'm jumping down because it'd be one constant motion. Now it's because he's going faster and faster down. I don't have to do as many shots for each whenever he jumps down.
Stroke.
Well, if it isn't Batman again, along with Green Arrow. Been a long time, kid.
Another freaking reference to the show because he would always call him Kid in the show in case you haven't watched Arrow or whatever.
It's over, Slade. Give up.
You really expect me to just give up?
Well, no, but it was worth the shot.
Well, I guess we gotta do this the hard way again.
Yeah,
I've been looking.
I really some of the animation in Green Arrow just looked really bad. But I think part of it is because of the hood. Which so the Green Arrow figure I got came with the Javelin, the Justice League Javelin set. The minifigure did. Did I say that? But the hood from Doctor Doom. But technically, the Doctor Doom fig is a fake, so I guess it's a fake hood. I guess. Like, who cares? Just
Well,
the hood.
no, but it was worth the shot.
Well, I guess we gotta do this the hard way again.
Yeah, it's like I thought I was using, I thought I had an inskinning back then, but for some reason that just went. That animation just turned really bad. Oh, another problem with the animation, like because I'm doing like the shrug animation, but because of the bow here, I can't really turn his hand as much. So that was kind of a problem.
No, but it was worth the shot.
Well, I guess we gotta do this the hard way again.
I've been
Obviously.
looking forward to this.
Now this is a very important part right here. You know, this is still maybe my favorite fights if I've ever done. Maybe not, but because I feel like there's some stuff I've done better, but it's just there's so many different things that happen in this. I think it's still from a varied like look at how much like variety there is. I think this is one of my best, if not my best. But and this is very important to me because this fight scene is what made me realize that not really stop motion, but like filming was more than just a hobby. It was a passion for me. Because I remember, I'm not going to get into too many details, but the day that I was working on the fight scene, some shit happened and I was in a really bad mood. And I finished up the fight scene and my mood like significantly improved. And I always remember it just because of that. So let's get into it. Still love this so much. I said that before, but I'll say it again. I'm just gonna watch it, then I'll talk about it afterwards.
Time to.
So the number one thing that makes this fight, like, I mean, especially if you compare the fight scenes, this fight scene to like everything previous, what makes it so much better is the camera movement. Because usually I just have a camera stuck in place and I just change shots from one to another. There's that too. It's not constantly moving the entire time, but for the most part, it is kind of moving around. Honestly, I don't care if this gets copyrighted by Warner Bros. Who cares? for the Batman music, that is. So it first starts off with obviously Green Arrow, like, you know, he's shooting the arrows. And yeah, I remember thinking through this, like, oh man, am I going to be able to do this? But I think the masking job for, like, when the arrows, like, because he deflects the arrows with his sword. And I just think that turned out so well. Yeah, I still just love that. Like, maybe, like, okay, like, the last maybe shot there, like, yeah, that looks a little funky, but other than that, turned out really well. So then Batman runs and does the flip, you know, kick thing, which I think that looks really good. Like, just mainly for the most part, just like it's just very clean animation, which I know there's no way I did this without onion skinning. So like, you know, I'm looking back at the one Green Arrow thing earlier, and it's like, oh man, that looks awful. But like, there's no way I did this without onion skinning. The only thing I don't like there was like there's kind of a pause, a little too much of a pause, like after he kicks him. But other than that, it's pretty good. He kind of knocks the weapons out of his hands. Then he does that whole flip kick thing, which I think that looks really nice. And then that makes it so it looks so nice is the camera movement. So, and then like I think the landing, the superhero landing, I think that looks really nice. Okay, this is another part that I don't really like. So like I had it like I didn't want him to like just run straight across, turn, and then run straight towards him. I wanted to kind of have him turn, which it looks okay, but it could have been a lot better. The only problem is like he stops. So like he stops like right in front of. Let's see if I can get it. Come on. There, he stops like right there, just for like a split second, and I should have taken that away and like had it just go straight into him like fighting. But I still think this exchange looks really nice. A little choppy, you know, nowadays. Now looking back on it, but I think that looked really nice. Batman throws the Batarang. A little bit of light flicker there when the Batarang came by. I think it's just mainly due to the masking. Kick. Batman lands on him. And the final punch.
Time to go to.
So yeah, I just love that fight scene. That just turned out so well. Like, and it's just really the fact that I haven't really improved. Like, when it comes to like camera movement, like, this is the most camera move I've ever used in a fight scene. The reason why is just because of how much complexity it adds to it by implementing camera movements, and still it just really kind of shows that I'm lazy. That's really just the problem with it. Why I really haven't implemented it as much as I did in this video, the camera movement part, because it makes fight scenes so much better by moving the camera around and such.
Jail, Deathstroke.
I ain't going to jail. I'd rather die.
Wish granted. Damn it, Death.
And that's another I absolutely love it. See, that's another thing. Like, the fight scene and then this part, just because it just comes out of nowhere. I just think it's so funny. Which I know it probably sounds cringe for me to like be gushing over my own videos, but like obviously, like okay, it doesn't look as good as it used to, but I think that's probably what the best blood effects I've ever done. Because so like first it hits his face, then I show like a little piece like full on the table, and then I show it like splat on the ground. So I think that looks really nice. So like yeah, that's definitely the best blood effects I've ever done. Anything else has just been like, oh, there's blood on the face. This is the only time I ever like exploded the head. Well, okay, no, I did it again with the Deadpool movie when he killed Deathstroke again. But other than that, this is the only time I've ever done the head exploding.
Damn it, Deadpool. What was that for?
Which once again is just an example of me being lazy, because like, oh, it's more complicated to do that, so I feel less inclined to do it. Okay.
What? You were fine when I killed Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, because Mr. Freeze was a lame villain.
Another
Deathstroke was
callback
actually
to
kind
an
of
old
cool.
video.
Oh. Well,
Why'd you kill him?
because he copied off my look. And I don't take kindly to copycats.
Even my
But I thought
Deadpool voice
you were
acting was
created by
pretty
Marvel
stale.
to be a parody of Deathstroke.
Oh, blah, blah. Does that really matter? Anyway, I'm starving. I'm
Another
gonna...
animation didn't look very good. I tried doing like the, kind of like the I don't know what I was trying to do there with that animation, but it just did not turn out very
Oh,
well.
blah, blah.
Another problem with Deadpool is always he's got the katanas back then. Those are always kind of moving around a bit. Just gotta be careful when animating him.
Does that really matter? Anyway, I'm starving. I'm gonna go get a chimichanga.
Well, I guess our work here is done. Thanks for the help, Green Arrow.
No problem, Batman.
Find some way
Us
to end this video.
non-superpowered heroes have to stick together.
I feel like there's a better way to say that. Instead of saying non-superpowered heroes, I feel like there's something better you could be able to say.
Really, man?
So now what?
I say we go get some booze.
Sounds good to me.
So yes, that was Lego Batman versus Deathstroke. Honestly, obviously it's not, you know, as good as I thought it was when I first released it. But I'm still very happy with it. Still holds a special place in my heart. as when I realized how much I loved making videos on YouTube and such. And really, that's kind of because like I have like a goal in mind that, hey, you know, maybe I could be a film writer or a director or something, which I'm always working towards by making new videos and such. And now that I've graduated, I'm gonna start trying to reach towards that goal even more. So this is the video that really started it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you've enjoyed this commentary. Next video will be out real soon, and I'll see you guys next time.